Xabi Alonso's Leverkusen have conceded the Bundesliga title to Munich. I say Xabi Alonso's Leverkusen, but for how long? Lots of intense speculation about his future, especially since the Don, Carlo Ancelotti, has been paid off by Florentine Perez at Real Madrid, and Ancelotti is going to take over in charge of Brazil. That is mad in its own right, by the way. This is Brazil allowing an Italian to come in and take over, and no one's blinked an eyelid. Presumably because he is the fucking Don, isn't he? Anyway, Leverkusen, they're going to finish in second place because there's a 12-point gap, as we can see from the Bundesliga table. There's a 12-point gap between Leverkusen and Frankfurt. That it does mean Champions League football next season, which is, again, it still feels like progress for Leverkusen. Okay. Last season was an invincible year, both domestically with the Bundesliga and the DFB Pokal. And there were Adembola Lookman hat-trick away from winning the Europa League, which would have meant 3 trophies in a season. I feel like I make reference to that Lookman constantly. He's rumoured, by the way, probably for Arsenal, because everyone's rumoured to be signing for Arsenal, along with, let's do the roll call, Benjamin Tesco, Victor Gyökeres, Leroy Sané. They're all linked with Arsenal, aren't they? But by God, they need it. Anyway, coming back to the Bundesliga. So, match day 33 is hours away now. Leverkusen will be hosting Dortmund, who themselves are pushing to get into the Champions League next season again. Themselves and Munich both fell at the quarter-final hurdle this year. Dortmund, I mean, that was an incredible 3-1 win over Barcelona. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough on aggregate, and they went out 5-3. But still, not many teams have scored past Barcelona. Not many teams have beaten Barcelona, I should say, more importantly. Anyway, Dortmund need to keep winning. These are the lineups, by the way. So we're seeing Lasse. Was it Lasse? I can't remember what his name was now. Anyway, we're seeing Kovac. I'm confusing him with somebody else. Sorry. It's Kovac in goal again. We have, it looks like it's a 3-4-2-1 formation again from Xabi Alonso. But how many times will we be saying that one? TBD, innit? Edmund Tapsoker, Jonathan Tah, is he going to Munich? Again, he's being managed by, as an agent, he's got the old Bonneville, and he's looking after him. And we did a whole video on that. I will link that one in the description down below. Where is Jonathan Tah going to Tata to? And he's next to Hincapie. So he's your back three. And then we've got Frimpong on the right. We've got Alejandro Grimaldo, not Grimondi. Gonzo, get back in your box. On the left, Granit Xhaka and Alex Garcia, the Spaniard, in that midfield three. And then we've got Emi Buendia playing alongside Florian WIRTZ. I do that because, yeah, it's just every day, isn't it? Every day there's a new transfer speculation. Where's he going? Apparently, WIRTZ has ruled out a move outside of Germany, which is great for us in terms of content. But if he goes to Munich, it feels like that's just game over. Anyway, Florian WIRTZ, the number 10, he did score last time out against Freiburg. He saved that away record, and that's something that I need to point out in a second. Anyway, so Emi Buendia, ex-Aston Villa, playing alongside Florian WIRTZ, but for how long will he be there? TBD. And they're all trying to feed Patrick Schick, who's got 19 goals in this Bundesliga campaign. I mentioned that away record because... Oh, no, wrong screen, sorry. So far, they have equalled a record for number of away wins in the Bundesliga. 33 so far. And if Leverkusen can manage to squeak out a draw away to Mainz, on the last day of the season, then they'll be setting a new Bundesliga record, which will be 34 games unbeaten away from home consecutively, 34 game unbeaten streak away from home. But more importantly, that goes over 2 seasons, which is, that's insane. Anyway, there's your Leverkusen team. Let's take a look at Dortmund then. So Gregory Kerbel, we assume he'll be captain because there's no Emre Can in that starting lineup. You've got Valdemir Anton, Rami Bensebaini, and Nicholas, the double fridge, Nicholas Sule in a back 3. We've got a similar formation for Dortmund to Leverkusen. 4 in midfield. You've got Daniel Svensson, the Swede, on the left. Julian Ryerson, the Norwegian, on the right. They're both wing-backs getting up and down. And you got Felix Numcheka alongside Pascal Gross, the assist meister. How many has he got this season? 8 so far this season in the Bundesliga. That's your 2 in the middle of that midfield. Julian Brandt, yes, we know. Is he going to Werder Bremen? That's interesting. That is interesting. Just on a side note, Florian WIRTZ's sister, Julianne WIRTZ, she plays for Werder Bremen, which is fascinating. Sadly, they lost that in the Fraulein DFB Pokal to Munich, which was a bit of a shame. I believe that was 3-0 in the final. Back to Dortmund. So Karim Adeyemi is playing alongside Julian Brandt. Adeyemi scored a brace last week as a substitute, by the way. He didn't come on until, 69 minutes, and he scored 2 goals in 4 minutes. He's lightning fast, isn't he, Karim Adeyemi? And they want to see Serge Girassi break through to the 20-goal mark this season, which would be fantastic. He is currently the joint leading goal scorer in the Champions League. Rafinha from Barcelona, I mean, they're out as well, right? And then in that epic 7-6 over 2-leg game with Inter. Rafinha, once of Leeds of the Midlands. So yeah, both Rafinha and Girassi have got 13 goals in the Champions League. It's the leading African goal scorer in that competition. Brilliant for Girassi. Clap that one in. Let's take a look quickly at the form for both sides. As you can see here, look, Dortmund are actually the form side in the Bundesliga. That's over the last 3 games. Won 3 out of 3, look. Scored 10, conceded 4, 9 points. As for Leverkusen, they've won 1 and drawn 2. It's those 2 draws that have really wiped them out of the title race. I mean, I know it's over now, but if they'd have converted those into wins, we'd be going right to the final day, it feels like. So only 5 points from 3 games. Look at that, draw, win, draw. And actually, if you look at what they like at home, so Leverkusen actually at home, it's a better read. They've won 2 out of their last 3 at home, and then Dortmund away. Well, they're still 1-2 and drawn 1. That will be the Klassiker. Yeah. So again, it's just 2 teams in great form. Quick look at the stats, as you can see. They're Leverkusen are unbeaten in 7, and there's 4 wins and 3 draws out of that unbeaten streak. And then for Dortmund, they're 6 games unbeaten, 3 wins on the spin, 2 at home. They've got their away record is a lot better under Niko Kovac. I mean, he didn't come in until 25th, 26th of January this year. So he's really, him and his brother Robert have really turned that ship around for Dortmund. They're unbeaten in 6. But there's 4 wins in there, 3 on the spin. What about a prediction then? I'll have to put it on as an overlay. What do you reckon, Gonzo? Ooh, I like that. I like that one. It won't be enough, though. Won't be enough for Dortmund. 2-2. We're going 2-2 for that one, yeah. Leverkusen 2, Dortmund 2. What do you think the score will be? You know the drill. Let us know in the comment section down below. And please, think about it. Actually, don't think for too long. Just do it. Impulse, innit? Just one tap. Either a mouse, with your thumb, or with your finger. One of the fingers, or all the fingers. Mash it as if you were playing a video game. Feel free to do that. Like, subscribe, tell your friends, while you're in that coffee line, while you're waiting for a pint, while you're waiting for a bus, or while you're queuing up for a Bundesliga game. Let us know which Bundesliga games you're going to this weekend, and let us know what football game in general you're going to. Could be watching your mates in a game down the park. Could be non-league, could be anywhere in the world. Anyway, you get my point. We're excited because matchday 33 is hours away. Let us know your comments down below. Take care. Back soon for some more videos.